You know what y'all gonna talk about?
Sort of.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cruisin the Planet. Episode 151, I believe. We're talking about the worst of humanity. What was the worst events, or what is the worst humanity has ever done? Let me fix my camera.
Who's going first?
Sam
Sam.
go first. Sam.
Oh, by the way, before we get into this, this is Sam's episode. She's the one who created all of these segments today, and she will not be here much longer because she has big girl business to take care of. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Sam, let's get into it.
Okay, I'm gonna start off strong and deep. I think eat the apple from the tree.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting biblical.
That's like
The original.
the original mess up.
Oh, damn, you
Yeah.
loud, Sam. I mean, not Sam. Jesse, I wouldn't turn you down.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Pipe down, Jesse.
Sorry.
So explain yourself.
Because like everything bad, like has like kind of stemmed from that. I mean, well,
So you-
obviously,
Yeah.
it
You,
has.
like that's like you saying like that's like the first sin
yeah.
human has done. Okay, now this really wouldn't, because this episode is more of like a kind of a debate, right? Because there's a lot of things that have happened. So what would you say?
Yeah, but there
to-
wouldn't be like any
That's what
like
started
pain
it all.
or anything.
No, yeah, I got you. So, but I'm saying, like, to make this interesting, what would you say to people who, because there are people who argue, you know, that's a good thing. What would you say to the people who argue that's a good thing because it's knowledge and humans should be granted knowledge? What would you say to those people?
Well, that's their own opinion.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, let's say like you're talking to somebody and you're trying to, you know, like you're going back and forth to saying, no, this is actually, like, let's say Genghis Khan and how many people he's killed and raped. Let's say someone's like, oh no, that has got to be like the most worst thing humanity has done, and you're here saying that actually the first sin with Adam and Eve was, like, if y'all were in a debate, what would you say if they told you well, actually, Adam and Eve was a good thing because of the knowledge I was granted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, in my opinion,
I'm not saying that's my personal like.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people do believe that.
Yeah. Well, like none of that would have happened if she wouldn't have eaten the apple. So, I mean,
yeah, knowledge is a good thing, but
think of how like different our lives would be if it didn't happen.
would that knowledge outweigh, like, the benefit of that knowledge? Would that outweigh all the like pain and hurt and everything bad that has happened in humanity after that?
Yeah, for sure. My what I was thinking when it came to that, the reason I asked that is because I have a good defense to it, and it's that, you know, I'm a Christian myself, so, you know, I believe I should listen to God the Father, and so the apple for me represents, you know, a test from God. Like, He knows all, so He knows what you should and what you shouldn't know. You know what I mean? Some people might argue that, you know, maybe the apple was a good thing because, you know, people deserve knowledge. But in my head, it's like, well, I know that God will grant you knowledge. So, you know, by Adam, which one? By Eve, right?
Yeah.
Eating the apple, she disobeyed God and went behind His back and did it. And so, like, that's where I stand on that. But I do. That's a good point you brought with Eve eating the apple, because, like you said, you know, that's the first like evil humanity has ever done, and that caused the rest of, you know, the rest of bad doings by humans. What do you think about that, Jake?
About what?
Do you think that's like the biggest the worst thing humanity has done?
I would
think?
disagree, because it was done out of ignorance.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah.
of like willingly, like, oh, it's an apple, but that, like, don't eat the apple. We're like, oh, nothing. Surely it's
Yeah.
just an apple. Like,
And for us people who are religious, it's easy to say that, right?
Yeah.
But for people who aren't, you know, they're just gonna like ignore you.
yeah,
So that's a good. I like that. That's a good point
Like-
about Sam.
I would argue that like something like Genghis Khan's, like,
Yeah. In the terms of how much damage he's done.
yeah, like he literally reduced the carbon dioxide content of the atmosphere.
How do you do that?
Because he killed like millions and millions of people.
So what did that do? Like, what does that do to the atmosphere? What
Made it better. bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he killed so many things that the carbon dioxide output and the ozone layer healed.
So he's a hero? Nah, just playing.
Nah, not really.
Nah,
but I mean,
nah.
it's up. It's just whatever.
Yeah, I just looked it up on my phone. I think it says, because I was wondering how many people did he even like kill. You know, it says that Genghis Khan's conquest caused the deaths of roughly 40 million people.
Which
That's
is
crazy.
crazy. That's like the entire population of how many people is in the U.S.?
A lot.
That's the entire population
40
of
million
most
people?
states combined.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
Look up Mao Zedong.
Yeah, and Mao Zedong too.
who's
Chinese.
that? Is that another?
He was a Chinese dictator.
Okay, so we got Genghis Khan's Mongolian, right?
Yeah.
So what was his name again?
Mao
Mao
Ze.
Ze
Dong.
Dong. Mao Zedong. This guy look goofy. Oh, I know this dude. Yeah. I know who this guy is. I just don't know. I know his face. I don't know what he did. Y'all explain to me what is.
It's like just killing, just ruthless.
He's just kind of like
Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like Stalin, another one of those people that just killed millions of people, not like directly, but indirectly through famine and
So Maoism is a form of communism. So they named Maoism over him.
yeah, he was a bad dude.
Okay.
I just feel like once you start getting to the point where so many people die, like that just
Says
so
it is a doctrine to capture state power through a combination of armed insurgency, mass mobilization, and strategic alliances. The Maoists also use propaganda to disinformation against state initiatives and other components of their insurgency doctrine. You know, it always seems like when humanity does bad, these horrible things, they always come out with like the propaganda to be like, no, this is a good thing.
Yep.
like with the Ku Klux Klan, or even with
Hitler.
concentration camps, right? With Hitler.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys seen that, right? You've seen like the videos. Like when I was in high school, they showed us videos of like what they would show the people.
Like they'd gaslight them into thinking they were walking in for like group showers, but it was just a group like
Yeah.
kill.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
I actually went.
No, you go ahead.
I actually went to a concentration camp, and they would tell people that they were getting like health. What is it called? Like checkups.
But then they just rob them of their like
They would.
Every
They would.
crowns on their teeth.
Yeah, they
and
would
take their teeth.
tell them to
from-
open their mouth, and then they would take the gold out, and then they told them to like go into another room, and they were led by people who actually were like in the concentration camps, who like
I forgot what the
They're
name
were
Positions?
prisoners. Huh?
There are positions for the prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all at the.
But it was
You
like
don't
to
really
help
get
them get more
anything
people.
extra out of it. Maybe I think you maybe get like extra food or something.
to
But
live
at the end of
longer.
the day, you get killed just like everybody
But
else.
they would tell him to like go into another room, and then there would be like he wasn't really a doctor, but they would dress someone up as a doctor, and then they would tell him to like get naked and stuff like that, and eventually there were like they became like kind of empathetic towards them, because they were like killing these people, and they would. So their solution to that, to get them to not be as empathetic, would be to go behind a wall and then shoot them, like tell them to stand against the wall with like a measuring stick to see how tall they were, and then they would shoot them.
That's crazy.
So they wouldn't look him in the
just
eyes.
trick them the whole time.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And concentration camps are not just a new thing because of the World War. Like, we had concentration camps in America for black people. You know what I'm saying? We really
And,
did. Even
and,
after Jim Crow, laws.
What's it called?
Internment camps.
Yeah, for
Japanese.
yeah, Japanese and Koreans too, and stuff like that. And just
Phila-
anybody from Asia.
Philippines. Spanish took over the Philippines. I believe it was Spanish. I don't know who it was, but like I forgot what his name was. Some leader, sounded fancy. He to like make sure Philippines weren't trying to rise against the Spanish Empire, because the Philippines wanted independence. I think his name's Emilio something. That was like during right before World War One. Say maybe like I think it was like 1900, early 1900s, maybe late 1800s. He wanted independence, but the Spanish had concentration camps in there so that they couldn't form groups and alliances to do that.
Yeah, and China has concentration camps right now too.
Really?
Nice.
That's
Korea.
crazy.
For the guy, I don't know his other name. Guy
Guy
No, not Guy Caton. Guy Caton's good. He's chilling out
He's
under
chilling.
an
He's
overpass.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that one doesn't get covered a lot because it's like a lot of stuff that doesn't get covered.
For some reason, a lot of stuff doesn't get covered, Jake. A little
Yeah.
that's a whole nother conversation,
yeah.
bro. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yep.
But what do you guys like? What's the first thing that came to your mind when you thought of this? Like the worst of humanity. I know we talked about like concentration camps and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But is there like Sam? Is there anything other besides like of course Adam and Eve and the apple? What's another thing that you think could be comparable to like, you know what I mean? Or you think there's nothing comparable to that?
I don't think you can compare both of those,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So your number one is Eve eating the apple, right?
Yeah.
What's your number two?
Oh my gosh, there's been so much.
There's been so much that's
Yeah.
happened.
Holocaust.
You know, I forgot what it was called. I looked it up before going on the episode today. It's a form of torture where they starve you.
Starvation.
No, starvation is like, I mean, technically it is starvation, but there's a word for it.
Or Vietnamese, the Viet Cong. If you were a prisoner of war, they'd chain you down on the ground and plant a bamboo shoot underneath you, and they grow a foot a day in Vietnam. They'd plant a bamboo shoot in the middle of your back while you're laying on the ground. They'd have you chained up, and it'd grow through you.
Oh my god.
No way.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Oh shit, we got XXX COD Sniper XXX23. One of the worst human creations is the the Carolina Panthers franchise. You know what? I don't know if I disagree with you on that one. I think, you know what? That's a wrap today. The worst humanity's ever done was create
Slavery
the
too.
Carolina Panther franchise. And the best damn thing they've done is create the Cowboys. The Cowboy franchise.
Oh yeah, that's what
We're
I
going to
like
make
hear.
it to the Super Bowl next year.
I don't
Yep.
care about nothing.
But the Tide.
Nope, nothing.
With the Cowboys.
But them boys.
With them boys. Yeah.
Slavery.
Of
Go
course.
outside
yes.
0 to 100 real quick.
Actually, slavery. Yeah, slavery. I mean,
Slavery's up there.
killing off the natives too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's genocide.
That's what that's
so,
called, genocide.
Armenian
Genocide's the-
genocide too.
Yeah.
Dang, so
There's been so much.
genocide, slavery. What would you consider concentration camps to be? Also, like genocide, part of genocide.
And slavery too.
I wonder what like ghosts were
Well-
went through their brains like when they realized like what was happening.
like
Like who?
Like the people in the concentration camps.
They're probably like, well, damn. Probably exactly what they thought.
Do you think?
Well, that's
do you
it.
think people in the concentration camps, like like the Jewish people, like they knew they were gonna die, or you think they
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
like,
There's no way they didn't know.
They
or do you
did-
think they're delusional, like because like
I
they
think
fed
in the
them
beginning-
propaganda?
in
you
the
walk in and you
beginnings, they
see
were.
people starving.
Yeah, in the beginnings, I mean, in the beginning, they didn't know what was happening because it was all like shrouded by propaganda and stuff. But like after a while, you got stuck there for so long, you haven't eaten in 3 days. Mm-hmm. Like, what? They
Yeah.
haven't fed me 3 days. Come on. Like,
Something's wrong.
I remember in the reading Anne Frank's diary, they talked about how they like knew they were gonna die and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
There was a doctor. His nickname was the Angel of Death, and he would do these experiments on twins or triplets.
Oh, I've heard about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I have heard about this.
I
Messed
read-
up stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
I read this girl's book in the beginning of the year, so it wasn't that long ago. But she was saying how her and her twin were stuck there, and he would do like experiments on them, like inject stuff into their bodies, and then he injected like a virus or something into her, and she got really sick. And what they do when they get sick is they send them to like a. It's supposed to be like a place where they can get better. Like there's like a bunch
Like an
of beds.
asylum type of thing.
No, they make it seem like it's like
Nursing home.
like a clinic or like a hospital type thing,
Yeah.
and so they can get better. But then eventually they figured out that nobody's like come back from that place, and once the twin died, there was no use for the other twin, so they would kill the other twin who was healthy.
That's crazy. Interesting.
Humans have definitely done a lot of bad things. I might
Yep.
say. Pretty
It's unfortunate.
This is nowhere nearly as bad as like concentration camps and those experiments, but like just here like in the United States, child labor was a big thing for a long time, and it still is
Yeah.
around
Still
the
is,
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was that? I think it was some sweatshop factory. Do you know about the sweatshop factory of I'm not sure what year it was, but like how bunch of children were working in the factory, women, and it caught on fire, but the owners, they locked the doors because the back doors, they locked them because they had a suspicion that women were stealing, and they didn't want them to not work. So they were trapped in this big building, and everyone in the building either jumped off like 9/11 or died.
That's crazy.
is that triangle one?
Yeah, Triangle Sweatshop. Yeah, that's what it's called. So yeah, that one. And also like I just brought one up too, 9/11. Like that's more of an American tragedy, right? Because compared
Yeah.
to like the whole world, things that there's a lot worse, but like that's something in America that's like
It's the worst attack on U.S. soil.
okay, yeah, for sure.
But the thing about the United States is that we're like a natural fortress. You got the Appalachian Mountains over here. You got the oceans on both sides.
yeah,
We're surrounded
Three
by
sides.
allies.
yeah. chilling.
geographical fortress.
We're big chilling.
So
yeah,
like
the Gulf.
the feat of doing
Mexico.
something like that is like crazy to
like
think about.
the fact that you got through and
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they did it so well.
yeah,
Makes you question things,
I definitely do.
whether if it was an inside job or not.
Now we're gonna get into conspiracy
I know,
theories.
I'm not saying anything.
Because if Randon was here, he'd be talking about what's it called? That one guy's list who has celebrities on it who are all
The
Epstein?
Illuminati.
Epstein Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
That's another thing that's really bad. It's like human trafficking.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Human
what I was
tr-
gonna say.
And that's probably the most relevant one today.
cartel work too, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Any type of trafficking
within
is just
because
bad
I've
stuff.
seen. I know we've all probably seen some videos online about like
Yeah.
cartels and
There's one
human
in my
trafficking.
hometown. There's a family and they're a cartel and they're like the most chillest people I've ever met. But it's like
it's
everybody.
until you cross them and then they'll
Yeah.
cut your arms off.
One of the main guys, he runs a tire shop in Ennis, and that's the only place we go to get our tires changed. And he's so chill. But yeah,
wait, what were you saying about the tire guy?
he's in a cartel, like his family is.
Where's the location?
In-
Nah, I just,
Don't start dropping names.
Nah,
bro.
don't be saying that. They watching us, cuz. Nah, for real. Like,
Yeah,
seriously. Don't. I was
Don't be doing
joking.
that.
I was joking.
Yeah, go ahead, turn Jesse.
We're gonna have to end this episode of Cruising the Planet today. But, all jokes aside, though, like, bro, like, for real, like, don't want to be on none of them dudes' bad
For
side,
real.
bro. I wonder, like, because I always wanted to go to Mexico, but I always knew, like, if I'm going to Mexico, I got to know where to go. And I don't want to go to any just tourist attraction. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to stay at a tourist attraction. I want to go, like, in the streets of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like street food. I want to go to, like, the mushroom capital. I want to do a lot of stuff in Mexico.
Mushroom capital.
But I want to have someone with me that knows, like, looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? I want some people looking out for me.
Yeah.
What's the mushroom capital?
I would disclose information after the cruise on the planet. But yeah, the mushroom capital isn't yeah. So
Yeah, I will be passing on that.
Yes,
I don't want to go there.
but
I don't have any desire to go there.
yeah, I mean, Mexico is scary in my head, but it might not be. It could be one of those things where it's like it's scary, but in your head, but like you get there, it's not that scary as you think.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You been to Mexico?
Mm.
You been to Mexico? Jess?
No, I thought you were talking to Jake.
You been to Mexico, Jake?
Hell no.
It was a long time ago though.
I know my friend. He once had his dentist was in Mexico, so they'd make.
Oh, I have a homie who do that
Okay,
too.
not a dentist. His orthodontist was in Mexico, and he'd occasionally make trips down there. And he'd be like, "I don't want to go."
He said he don't want to go.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. But I mean, it's also just because it's like
Cheaper.
it's like a village that he goes to. So
No.
not a village, but his parents are from like a village. So
Yeah. We talked about a few things. What do you think? Everything we talked about so far. What do you guys think?
Pharmaceutical companies too.
yeah, I think that's pretty messed
Yeah.
up.
Oh, you know what? Since you're on, expand on that. And I'll add to it later. Expand on that, Sam. Pharmaceutical companies. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, like, medicine's so expensive. Like, people who have diabetes, they can't afford. They can't afford insulin.
You know what?
And now people who want to lose weight are on Ozempic, which makes it hard for people who have diabetes to get that medicine that they need.
Yeah. For sure. I definitely agree with you on that to a certain extent. And this is why. Is because 80% of American foods on shelves contain added sugars, right? And although it sucks that they're charging a lot of money for that, it's really two industries. It's the food industry and it's the pharmaceutical industry together. Because fast food that what is it called? That market is acting like tobacco companies, how they used to act like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Saying that because there's been lawsuits against fast food saying this is causing obesity, this is causing all these problems, high blood pressure, right? But you know, McDonald's and other people's offenses. I mean, their offense. I'm using the wrong
Defense?
word. That's offense. Defense is some. I've heard it. Some BS. I heard one where it's like, Ronald McDonald brings excitement.
I know. As soon as
aspiration.
they start mentioning like fictional characters, like representing them, like I also will say a lot of it's, if you like, you can eat that stuff in moderation.
Yeah. But the American diet for so long was said to contain, like, the way you should be eating is a high carbohydrate diet. And I think it wasn't until like the 90s till they changed that, and people within the nutritional world realized actually the most of our food shouldn't be coming from carbohydrates, because here's the thing, you can live without carbohydrates the rest of your life. Proteins, you need essential amino acids, and in fats you need essential fatty acids. There's no essential, like, when it comes to carbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it all just breaks down into sugar anyways.
Yeah, so if carbohydrates break down into sugars, right, and 80% of foods on shelves contain added sugars, can you really blame America for being obese if they're feeding us junk and they're adding sugars to things that shouldn't have added sugar, like peanut butter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fructose corn
Don't
syrup.
start this in my
Peanut butter should not have added sugars. Peanut butter already has an oil. Peanuts have oil in them. So why are they adding like sugars and oils to the butter itself? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things. I mean, like Doritos are banned in the UK. I mean, I'm going off on like a whole different tangent now.
Yeah.
So, but it's just something I'm passionate about. I'm a kinesiology major, right? But yeah. A lot of things humanity is done or is doing that isn't right.
shady,
Shady.
under the table type stuff.
Indeed, because now these people, a lot of people have diabetes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they need that insulin, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? If they don't got the money for it, if there's a shortage of it,
Or if
there's a
they don't
monopoly
have
on it.
insurance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they go into Mexico like your friend with the dentist, and they trying to get some down there. You know what I'm saying?
See, I like
yep.
what Mark Cuban did, creating that like online marketplace for like medicines that are super cheap.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
What is this? You know
I
what it's
forgot
called?
what it was called.
Hmm.
I have to look it up.
Okay.
That's crazy. I think like the United States, there are medical, I don't know what the word for it, like our medical economy or whatever it is. It's so expensive. And to have like a kid in the United States, I think it's what, like 10,000-20,000 to have a baby, and everywhere else it's free. So
yeah.
I think me and Aaliyah were talking about it last weekend at the Granbury Jazz Fest or whatever. But it's so expensive to have a kid here, and our maternal death rates are so low or so high compared to other countries, and like they would save the baby before they'd save the kid. Or wait, the mom.
Okay.
I said the same thing.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Cost Plus Drugs.
Nice.
Okay. Good job, Mark Cuban.
Round of applause for Mark Cuban.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah,
I
they
saw
have
something.
affordable-
I saw something the other day. I learned in class, and it was that statistically, our generation is going to live a shorter life than our parents' generation because of the nutrition we're being fed. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you can also disagree with that
Yeah,
because our parents didn't have the knowledge we have about what we eat today.
yeah, we could change it.
But it just depends on the person and what they do with that information.
Yeah, so if no one does anything right now, then it's gonna be true.
I don't know.
But
I think it's just relevant to what they're what narrative they want to get to line up or whatever.
okay,
I feel like
Yeah.
it's just. I think if anything, we're gonna live the same amount of an average human lifespan. I mean, humans been around for thousands and thousands of years. Why would anything change all of a sudden?
okay. Diabetes is why.
Well, diabetes been around. There's more diabetes now.
Yeah.
But diabetes isn't going to be the reason why.
So if there's
humans
more
die.
diabetes now, Jake,
But
and people are dying from diabetes.
people also die from getting in car wrecks.
Yeah.
People die from falling off cliffs.
But those are natural, like, I mean, those aren't natural, but those are like things that happen.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
I don't think
out of nowhere.
diabetes itself or like health, any new health issues would be a reasoning for the human lifespan to shorten as a whole.
Not a whole.
I know, but that's
Just our
what you're saying.
generation.
Yeah, this generation as a whole.
So you don't think that?
I don't think we're gonna have a shorter lifespan. Maybe if you have diabetes, but
Okay.
even then, people with diabetes live normal lives.
No, they don't, bro.
I do.
Okay. Well, I'll let you. I'll let the audience be the judge of that, because it's been 30 minutes. We've been talking about, you know, the worst of humanity. Is it you know, Adam and Eve? Is it Genghis Khan? Is it the concentration camps? Is it slavery? Who knows? Y'all be the judge of that. Is it the pharmaceutical market? It's a lot of things. But up next we have a game that Sam has created.
Peace.
And
Yes,
what is it-
Sam.
what is this game called?
Guess the villain.
Guess the villain, and we're gonna go ahead and get Aaliyah to host it. I don't know, my fault. We're gonna get Sam, right?
Yeah.
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 Sam to host it. Aaliyah's gonna be part of this, and then we're getting my boy Dylan here
Can
as
I
well.
sit here though?
Yeah, you can sit there.
Okay, cool.
Aaliyah, did you want to sit here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm out. Y'all have fun.
You get the cool chair.
I get the cool chair.
Bum, 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 na, 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 na. DJ Corndog with the Corndog Show.
Hey, ladies. How
I
you
just
doing?
snapped my friend back, and I looked, and I was like, "What is on my nose?" And then I realized I have a piece of metal in my nose.
It do be like that. Is Dylan joining us? Or who's going to be the fourth person?
Oh, yes.
There he
It
is.
Dylan.
Round of applause for Dylan.
Gotta get the strands going. Always gotta get the strands.
Are you guys good with movies?
Yeah.
Disney, Pixar,
Oh yeah, I'm a boss at Disney movies. I currently have
Marvel.
an entire collection of VHS tapes of Disney movies.
I love
Oh.
VHS tapes.
Same.
I had the VHS machine or player that would
VCR.
unwind. Yeah. Oh my god. Me and my sister always called it a VHS player, but the one that would rewind it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luxury.
Oh,
Bougie.
this is so close.
Say hi, Dylan.
Hello. Wait, so are we like naming movies, guessing movies, trivia?
Villain.
You're
We're guessing the villain
Yeah.
from the
Oh,
movie.
okay, okay.
So I'm gonna give you guys like a one sentence, not prompt, but what would you call it?
Yeah, I would say like a description.
Yeah, one sentence description, and you have to guess who the villain is.
Gotcha.
And if nobody can guess it, I've got a hint. Okay. For each one.
Bit.
Had to raise the chair. Wasn't in frame. Had to be more in frame, obviously. Okay, Sam.
Okay. A dark fairy, or did you guys want the whiteboards to keep score? I think.
My bad spelling.
Oh,
wouldn't
here. Hold on.
never-
I can. Is there a whiteboard over there?
Are they in here?
If they're right there, yeah, then we can do it. Okay. Here, I can keep score if you want.
I got a lot.
Okay. I'm just
grabbed all
gonna
of
use.
them.
I'm gonna use the pink one. Duh. And I'm gonna use. I hope this is a blue marker.
The marker is Bodie Cheeks.
Can you turn up my volume a little
Yeah.
bit?
Oh, I thought you were about to say your mic.
Thanks.
Is that
Okay.
Yep.
good? Okay.
All right. So start giving us the hint, Sam.
Okay. A dark fairy with a thirst for vengeance against the kingdom she once protected.
Oh.
Maleficent?
Yes.
Gosh dang
Wow, that was good. I was gonna say, ooh, no, in case you put it in there. I'm not gonna say. All right, Dylan. 1 point for
That was
Dylan.
good.
Showing the camera. Dylan's 1 point. All right.
Okay, next. A brilliant but vengeful inventor who turns against his idol to become a formidable foe.
Doc Ock,
No.
an inventor.
Igor? No.
it. Say it again.
A brilliant but vengeful inventor who turns against his idol to become a formidable foe.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna need a hint for this
Frankenstein?
one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Hint.
Yeah.
Hint.
Pixar.
Oh.
Czar?
No.
Or what's his name? It's not from Toy Story?
No.
Okay. Shoot.
I don't know.
Is there a further hint?
Okay. This one might give it away. So whoever's first to say it.
Okay.
The Incredibles.
Oh.
Syndrome?
So-
Yes.
I don't know his name. I know what he looks like though.
I am Incrediboy. All right. Me and Dylan are tied.
Okay. A cosmic warlord obsessed with balancing the universe by wiping out
Thanos.
half of. Yes.
Oh wait,
Gosh,
should we
dang
wait
it.
until you finish?
Do you want
I didn't
us
know the
to-
answer anyway, so
Me neither. I was not going to get that. Do you want us to wait until you finish, or like, can we just
I
go?
just well,
nah, Dylan's got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Dylan got it, but like for future
Yeah.
questions,
what do you guys want?
this is your game.
Let's do after I'm finished.
Okay.
Okay.
By wiping out half of all life. Okay. A chaotic and unpredictable criminal mastermind who revels in sowing chaos and anarchy.
In sewing,
Sewing?
like
Like-
just
Yeah.
doing it, or like
Just-
actually physically sewing.
No, just like doing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Say it again?
That's such a general description of all villains.
Long shot. Is it Megamind?
No.
Oh.
That's what I
A
thought.
chaotic and unpredictable criminal mastermind who revels in sowing chaos and anarchy.
Too.
Disney or Pixar?
DC.
Harley?
No.
Or the Joker?
The Joker.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Don't play with me in my DC. My Injustice 2.
Okay. A cunning and treacherous lion who usurps his brother's throne.
Not
Scar.
Mufasa. Dang.
Gosh dang
Yeah.
it.
I got the good bro.
Dylan's fired from this game.
No,
Aw.
Dylan is kicking my butt right now. Kicking both of our butts.
For real.
Dylan is next up on the villain list.
Okay. A fashion obsessed heiress willing to go to extreme lengths, including kidnapping puppies to create her.
Cruella
Oh,
DeVille.
gosh
Yep.
dang
I
it.
forgot the name. I just watched the live action. Like,
She didn't
a
let her
week ago.
finish. She disqualified.
Oh, dang,
No, that's
you're
fine.
right.
You guys don't have to let me finish that because that was like in the first like 3 words. That okay. A wealthy industrialist turned deranged supervillain, embodying chaos and terror in his quest to destroy Spider-Man.
Venom.
No, not Venom.
No?
It's not Green
Sandman?
Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know Spider-Man.
My roommate would be so happy that I got the villain for Spider-Man.
A sea witch who
Ursula.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sorry, but like clutching up.
A mischievous and cunning Asgardian prince.
Loki.
Yep.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
A vengeful and feared pirate captain obsessed
Jack
with
Sparrow.
Davy Jones.
It's Davy Jones, isn't it?
no.
No.
Is it Barbosa?
No.
Oh, what's his name?
It's the squid dude.
Feared pirate captain obsessed with seeking revenge on Peter Pan. For
Oh, Captain
Captain
Hook.
Hook.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
We suck, Dylan.
I'm not fast enough for
Patrick
this.
Kirby.
A power hungry sorcerer and royal vizier.
Jafar.
Yeah.
And you're correct, it is Vizier.
Oh. A manipulative and bitter collector's item who deceives Woody and seeks to be shipped to a museum instead of being played with.
Czar?
The bear.
Nathan. Nate. No, that's not his name.
Is
The
it the
bear.
Name.
I don't know his name.
Oh, is it the Al? Al's Toy Barn? It's not Al. Is it the robot guy? Is
It's
it
the monkey.
what's his name? Isn't it like Czar or Zog?
It's the monkey.
A manipulative and bitter collector's item who deceives Woody and seeks to be shipped to a museum instead
Oh,
of being played with.
Fredbear? No.
It's the bear. It's not the bear.
It's not His name is Lotso Huggenbear,
Oh, I don't know.
but it's not Lotso. Lotso is not the villain in the first one though.
In the
The
I know in the second one, there's the guy that's like on the
Buzz.
couch eating Cheetos, but I don't remember his name.
that's Al.
Oh, that's Al?
Al's Toy Barn. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the first one, it's oh my goodness, I know his name because there's a character meet and greet for him at Disney, in like the Villain Week, and I want his shirt so bad. Oh my gosh, what's the hint?
Toy Story 2.
Okay. Wait, isn't that what?
I don't know.
Is it the evil robot character one?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I always mix up all the Toy Story movies because I can't remember which plot
Buzz
line
when he can
happens.
only speak Spanish.
Spanish mode Buzz Lightyear. What was it?
Stinky Pete.
Stinky P.
What is that?
What?
Who is that?
Hold on.
Obviously Pete, who's very stinky.
Sam. Sam gets a point. Stinky Pete. What? How do I not remember this character?
Sounds like a good rap name, if anything.
Right. I would like Stinky Pete on the mic.
Travis is gonna change his rap name to Stinky Pete.
Stinky Paul.
Stinky Paul.
Oh,
Missy?
yes, that's when they meet Jesse. The second movie is when Jesse becomes a character,
Yeah.
and when they're going through the Old West set, and they find and Woody finds out that he was an old TV character with Jesse. Oh my gosh!
Darn it.
I thought that was the third movie, but I think the third movie is Lotso,
Yeah.
and the first movie is
The first movie is Buzz gets introduced. I think.
yeah, the first movie is Buzz, and then it's Stinky Pete, and then it's Lotso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last one.
Oh,
She is an evil sorceress and the former advisor to Emperor Kuzco.
Yzma, who is
I would
voiced
never
by
know.
she's voiced by Eartha Kitt, and I love Eartha Kitt.
I was waiting on you to say something about her, and I was so ready. Freaking Aaliyah over here. I was trying not to sneeze, and Aaliyah stole it from me. I was
Gotta
over
take
here
the
like
win.
this, trying not to sneeze.
I
you have any
love
voice?
Emperor's
No.
New Groove and Kronk's New Groove are one of my favorites. Amazing. So Dylan got second place with 4, and I got first with 8.
That's
Jeez.
crazy.
Jesse took a
Yeah.
major loss with 0.
Psych, it's opposite day. I win.
Dang.
Whoop. Go Jesse.
Yeah.
All right, Sam. Good game, Sam. Good game.
Thanks.
All
What's
right.
next? What's the question?
What's your question of the day?
Did you forget?
Oh.
Because I did.
Next is
Oh, misunderstood villains, right?
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
What villain do you think is
I've got mine in the back
most
pocket.
misunderstood?
If nobody else has theirs, I've got mine.
Go ahead.
You
Because
go
I'm
first.
thinking.
Okay. So mine is Poison Ivy. I love the DC characters to death, DC villains, and all of them are my favorite. I have all the Harley books, or as many as I've got right now. But I'm trying so hard to get more. But Poison Ivy, she started out with this other famous plant scientist, botanist, who had like taken advantage of her, and he thought that she was gonna go and tell somebody about it. So he ended up injecting her with the herbs, and that's what turns her into Poison Ivy. And she just wants to make the world a better place for plants. And that's like her whole plot line. So that's why she doesn't like the big capitalists in Gotham City, because they're just putting pollutants into the air, which takes away from her own life source. So definitely big misunderstood villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
All right, Sam.
Okay. I wrote some stuff down.
Oh boy.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yes. Yes, I love Phineas and Ferb.
Dude, I have like a whole list that I read through. I only chose like 7. But okay, so when he was a kid, this was all like in his childhood. His parents sucked, but his dad he wanted him to be a lawn gnome.
Yeah, he made him stand outside as a lawn gnome.
Yeah, for months because their lawn gnome was repossessed. And So when his
Poor little guy.
anytime that he tried to move, and his like friends tried to like go and play with him, his dad would be like right there yelling at him not to move.
But in Drusselsteinian,
Oh yeah,
Dr. Doofenshmirtz is from Drusselstein.
Nice. He's such a good dad to his daughter. He just wants to make
He
her
tries. He tries so hard. He just needs to try and goth.
happy. Platypus. Petty the
What-
platypus. Sorry, I had my moment.
When he was 5, he threw his own birthday party, and his closest friends were there, and it was just the restaurant's animatronics.
BRB while I cry.
His dad came home with a brand new puppy that he won in a game, and the puppy was named Only Son, because it was like the son that his dad never had.
Which is crazy because they have 2 sons.
Yeah,
But they love the brother.
yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, Raj.
Okay, so he used to love a girl named Elizabeth who loved whales, and he loved her so much that he invented a whale translator-inator, and the whale told the girl that she should dump him and go out with him, the whale.
Nice.
Dang.
Imagine getting dumped for a whale.
Mm.
That's tough.
Yeah, his mom was expecting to have a girl, and so she knitted hundreds of dresses, and it turned out to be a boy, Roger. And so then Dr. Doofenshmirtz was forced to wear the dresses for a year, and his classmates mocked him.
Aww, poor little guy.
Yeah, his both of his parents didn't attend his birth.
How?
My favorite Doofenshmirtz plot point is that neither of his
How?
parents were his birth.
Homie just spawned in. One day.
They animate the scene. They animate the scene, and it's just an empty hospital bed, and the nurse holding baby Doofenshmirtz like this, just looking real confused.
He just spawned and they were just like,
Okay, those are mine. Those are my reasons why his life
poor guy.
sucked and he was misunderstood.
Were there other reasons, or
Um,
other villains?
I don't have it listed here, but what was his name?
From what?
Gru.
Gru. Yeah. Gru and Drew's backstory is crazy. Like
For
when they
real.
introduce Drew
Mhm.
and the whole plot point that each parent just picked a kid and they were like, cool, bye. Like, huh?
Poor Gru.
Divorce court would go crazy over that
For
case.
real. They picked his brother over him and he's bald? What a dang.
I know. Imagine being bald forever and then meeting your twin brother, just head full of hair. I'd be scorned.
Same.
Yeah.
Imagine. Gosh dang.
Do y'all have misunderstood villains?
I have a funny inside joke for Gru though. Well, it's not really an inside joke now because I'm about to tell you, but so Jordan, my boyfriend, his best friend Cameron, the first time I met Cameron, I looked at him and I like after we left, I told Jordan and I was like, you know what Cameron reminds me of? He said what? And I said Gru from Despicable Me, and ever since then, like I can't unsee it. Like he's built like Gru from Despicable Me, and I feel so bad for saying that.
Dylan, do you have a misunderstood villain?
I mean, I guess the only two I could think of are the ones that are like misunderstood, but then they like become understood, which is Loki and Megamind. Like the entire point of Megamind is misunderstood in the
Oh,
beginning,
yeah.
and then he
Yes.
transformed.
That's
to a
why I
hero.
didn't say Megamind, because the whole point of his movie is that he becomes the good guy.
Yeah.
Like that's why in the end he gets the white cape, he gets the girl, he gets his statue.
Yeah.
I love Megamind. Megamind is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. It used to be my like all-time favorite. I used to watch like every day as a kid.
Me and my mom love that movie. I'll go into my mom's room sometimes, Megamind will be playing, and I'll just be like, movie time. Is it? Love
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
What are your reasons for Loki?
Loki, it's a little weird. It's like it's basically just the thing to where like Odin, talking about the Marvel movies specifically. Odin didn't really like love Loki as a son. For one, Loki was kidnapped by Odin,
Oh,
so he was taken from his actual family. and then he was treated differently from Thor because he wasn't even like the same species technically. And so like the only person that
Those
I think Loki's mom actually was good to him, but like even then, just like not having the support of your own like father for one. Also, he didn't find out that his father wasn't his father until he was like thousands of or hundreds of years old. So that's kind of insane too.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought Hela, Loki, and Thor were all related.
Hela and Thor are not Loki. He's technically adopted
Whoa.
because he's a Bifrost giant.
Whoa,
That's
is this
crazy.
like in the Loki show that you find this out?
It's actually in the first movie. It's the entire plot.
Wait,
Oh my
what's the first
gosh,
movie?
Thor.
I thought
Oh.
I thought I've seen the first movie, but probably not for a super long time. Because usually, if I'm going to a Thor movie, it's Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's the best one.
That's the best one, hands down. When they introduce Meek and what's the big rock guy's name?
Korg.
Korg. Yeah, those two are probably my favorite in the movie. I love them so much. Jesse, do you have a misunderstood villain?
I don't know. I haven't seen like a whole Disney movie in so long. I'm gonna go like Disney princess vibes, but the rock lady in Moana, forgot her name.
Oh,
Tafiti.
Tafiti.
She like everybody thought she was so evil, but she just wanted her heart back.
Right?
And
No,
just
I
wanted
would be
to
pretty.
lay in the water.
I'd be pretty mad if somebody stole my heart.
For
My-
real. Imagine somebody stole your heart. For
just
like
came up to you one
years.
day, just picked
Snatched.
it out. I'd try and break his hook too, honestly.
I think I would just fall to the ground, but that's just me.
I don't know. No, I
wouldn't-
think I'd be.
You
better
wouldn't be
than
an
that.
angry lava monster.
I personally would be. I'm that type of person. I'm better than just falling to the ground.
I feel like
after
I'd be
losing my heart.
I feel like I'd be mad for like a little bit, and then I'd be like, nah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
whatever.
know, like
needs
400 years later, well,
Womp
you
womp. It's
know,
all right.
I made it this far. But like without it, it took away all the green, and that was like
Yeah.
who she was. And then, Moana's such a good movie. The soundtrack is so good. Ali Cravalho killed it.
Aren't they making a
Lin-Manuel
live
killed it,
action
too.
one?
Yes. The Curse of Lin-Manuel Miranda, man. You can always tell in a Disney movie when something is written by him. Like,
Yeah.
Make Way, her first, like, introduction song. I was like, Lin. 'Cause sometimes he does, the way Lin-Manuel Miranda does it for movies is he'll, like, record it for the movie. And then they'll send it over and have, like, the voice actors do it. So sometimes if you listen to some of them, you can hear him in like the background vocals and the
Yeah.
chorus and stuff.
Didn't he like quit or something?
I don't think so because
I
I'm pretty
heard-
sure he's still writing
I heard
for
it
Disney.
couldn't like. I heard something about like one of their main writers quit and wasn't working at Disney anymore, and that's why they've been going so downhill.
it
I've-
was
I've heard that Wish the songs were like AI versions
They
of
were
a
so
Lin-Manuel
bad.
script that would write. So it was like write a Lin-Manuel script, and apparently that's what they use, or that's what people are saying they use because of how bad the songs are.
no Wish was Elemental came out right before Wish, and I wish terrible phrase, but I really do wish that like Elemental got more attention.
It was actually
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you.
I feel like-
watched Elemental and like the bowing scene at the end. My boyfriend cried, but I was just sitting there like choking him back. It was so good. And the animation of it was actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
But then Wish came out and it just looked like
Looks
unfinished
so bad. It looks
CGI.
like they rushed it and they just didn't put like a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the stage right before when you finish CGI. Like there's that stage right before it, and then there's what we usually see out of like a Disney movie with, say, like Frozen 2. That's what it should look like. But then the music was so bad. But Ariana DeBose, the girl who does the first one, she's in Hamilton. She's the main girl that like takes the bullet to Lynn when
Hear
he
that too.
dies. Yeah. But I was so sad that like her first intro, her first big role in Disney, they
Was
set her
so
up to
bad.
fail.
Yeah.
They set her up. Ugh. But do you have
That
any
makes
more
sense.
things about your question of the day?
No.
No.
We have like 5 minutes.
I know. Usually our questions of the day last so long.
Yeah.
I feel like we've
But-
been talking about this for like 20 minutes though.
I
think-
know.
I think the first segment lasted so long,
Yeah.
and then the game was pretty quick.
Yeah, the game was really quick. I thought there would be more villains.
So, how's the weather?
Well, what was your other question that you had? Wasn't there another one that you were gonna do? Oh, I thought the what's wrong with the world?
Sorry.
What?
The what's wrong with the world?
That was the first
That
one.
was segment.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
that's
What,
why.
what do you have to say about that? What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, we need Aaliyah and Dylan's take on this.
All right,
Yeah.
Dylan. Do you have a thing about what's wrong with the world
Like,
right
what's
now?
the worst thing humanity's done?
The worst thing
Oh.
humanity's done.
Okay.
I mean, just like
Okay, this is gonna be really biased of me, but the burning of the Library of Alexandria, and there's so much more to that. It was actually when the Roman Empire was starting to fall, when the Library of Alexandria got burned, and at that point Christianity was super big in the world at the time, obviously with the Roman Empire and everything. And that's when pagan, like, I don't want to say churches, but religious buildings, we're going to say, started popping up. And those people were like with Masons, like the Freemasons. And they had, every pagan building had just knowledge passed down from elders written. So they were going around and burning those buildings and burning the Library of Alexandria and burning other libraries that weren't Christian buildings. So that was how the Library of Alexandria got burned. And not I was wondering
my ear was itching.
I was wondering what was going on, but like it was so sad because knowledge is such a big thing to me. Like I put so much effort into my academic life that when I just heard that like thousands of libraries got burned, and all those
That's
libraries
crazy.
that got burned had the blueprints and the architectural information for everything in the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why when the Roman Empire fell, we still had the sewer systems in Europe from the Roman Empire, and nobody knew how they were built or how to fix them when they started decaying.
Yeah, it basically, I think I could be getting my history wrong, but I think it was like there was an age of like advancement, and then because of that, it went down to a dark age again, and then
It did.
started to rise
That
back
is
up.
exactly what happened. We fell so hard after the Roman Empire because so many libraries got burned. But the Library of Alexandria just had so much information. We could have been so much farther technologically advanced at this point,
Crazy.
isn't it? Like we had heated indoor water to people in the Roman Empire. And then we didn't have that consistently in homes until the 1970s.
That's great.
That is actual thousands of years of difference. Like,
Yeah.
crazy. Dylan?
I mean, there's the obvious like worst things, which is like the European trades.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And there's also the thing with the World War, I think, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be it.
But if it's like something besides those two, the only thing that comes to mind is there was a bunch of, I don't remember where it was, but there was a bunch of tests on like twins, triplets, conjoined twins and triplets and all that, and they were like very like invasive and less than human studies done. Like there was actually there's a game Friend Bow, I think, that's based off that. So, but it's like they did like stuff to where they split up the twins, treated one good, treated one harsh, see how they reacted, and like I don't know, it was really weird.
Yeah, they would I heard about that study too.
Mm-hmm.
They would separate the twins and put one of them in like loving and nurturing conditions and would put the other one in like just a really terrible environment and see if it was basically a nature versus nurture study to see if it really was. And then they did find out that a lot of it did come from nurture.
Yeah.
Like the twins that were treated better ended up being well off and having successful lives, and then the twins that were treated worse often
my
turned to like
gosh.
crime, addiction, had, you know, poor mental health tendencies. It was an insane study. I remember that. I remember finding out about that.
Yeah, wait, actually, I think there was also another one that was actually done. I don't know if it was in the U.S., but there was like a secret study done when it came to like foster homes, and they would also split up either siblings or also again with the twins and stuff, and they would do the same thing again. But this time, I think it was in the U.S.
Yeah, it was done in several different countries, actually. It was so crazy. Like, the fact that people would just split up twins to be like, I wonder if it is nature versus nurture. Like, people experimenting on other people is so insane to me. Like, Madame LaLaurie. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of the LaLaurie House in Louisiana, but it's in New Orleans in the French Quarter. And Madame LaLaurie, oh wait, what?
We have 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this won't take long.
Okay.
It's a very, very quick and short story, but Madame LaLaurie was in the 1800s, and she was a slave owner. And people were always wondering why she had to get new slaves all the time. And that was because in her attic, she was performing medical experiments on them. She was not an actual doctor, but she was doing things like not lobotomies, but brain exams.
She was playing
And,
plastic
like,
surgeon.
Yeah, and then like at one point, one of the youngest girls, I think she was around 15 if I'm not wrong, she set fire to the house to try and escape. And like, it was so crazy. But
Wow.
on that note,
Womp womp.
on my take on some of the worst things humanity has done, and me and Dylan's take on that. Bless you,
Bless
Jesse. That was our time for Cruisin'. I hope everybody has enjoyed this segment today.